Well, first of all, I would like to thank the town of Reading for their support of Lonnie Walker. We put this game together to show our respect for him and this community, and we're very appreciative of LaSalle for joining us in this competition. Lonnie Walker is a very special young man that I think everybody knows. What he accomplished when he was in high school, not just on the court, but in the community. And to see the respect the community has shown by basically selling out the Santander Arena, and that is a tribute to him and this community. So, questions?
Jim, how do you think you guys played? Were you pressing at all? I mean, the kids pressing, trying to, make.
Well, the tempo of the game was not what we anticipated or expected, and maybe we should have prepared a little bit differently than we did. We need the game to be played at a certain tempo, to get up and down the floor, move the basketball, and get into the open court, where a player like a Bruce Brown or Lonnie Walker, Jaquan Newton is really at their best. And we weren't that way. Partially because LaSalle was really controlling the tempo with their offense. They brought the ball down the floor, and their point guard would stand within 10 feet of midcourt and hang on to the ball for 15 seconds before they started to attack. And I think we kind of lulled our guys to sleep. And it gave them a chance with under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock to then attack a team that's kind of fallen asleep defensively. I thought our defense in the second half, especially when Bruce Brown came in off the bench and really started to put some pressure on the ball handler, all of a sudden our whole team's defensive mindset changed. We were able to stop them a little more regularly, and then we did score, like I think 38 points in the second half. We would have preferred to do that in both halves, but we weren't able to.
LaSalle was 0 for 15 from 3. What were you guys specifically doing to throw them off from being?
Well, as I said, I thought our defense, fell asleep for a good bit, but then when you shorten the clock and players are under kind of pressure to get a shot off, sometimes the shot clock is winding down when you're launching that 3. And it's a lot harder to make it. And so I'd like to give some credit to our team and our players for playing good defense, but I think also we were very fortunate that they missed some of those.
Jim, Lonnie obviously had a lot of things swirling around today. How do you think he handled that, and did it affect?
He's great at everything. I think he's just such a unique human being. He is such a leader. He's been in situations already on campus that people have come back and said to me, boy, this kid is so mature. And he is. He's physically mature, mentally mature, emotionally mature. He's a terrific basketball player. You got to remember, he went 3 months without shooting a basketball. And it does take you a while to get back in sync, especially when you haven't played. He's a freshman. You have already so much to learn in your freshman year. And then to try to come back in a very short period of time is pretty challenging, but I think he's met that challenge. We started him in the second half because I thought he was somebody that did have a lot more energy. And we didn't start Bruce Brown because I thought he was a little bit tentative, much different than the way he normally is.
Jim, how would you describe this whole experience from your point of view?
I'd like to do it again next year. Of course, we would need Lonnie back. And if he does come back, we'll work on scheduling this again, because I thought it was a very unique experience for our players. We'll be back home tonight. It's Thanksgiving weekend. We'll have a team dinner tomorrow, and we'll enjoy each other's company, knowing that, hey, we're 4-0 and we're in the top 15 teams in the country, and we've got some very challenging games coming up. Now, a week from tonight, we play at Minnesota. So this was kind of a dry run for that kind of game.
So in all seriousness, if Lonnie's with you next year, you'll try to play here again?
Well, what we've done, our scheduling philosophy has always been to try to schedule games near the hometown of players who travel a great distance, because Miami's not, a local team for a lot of kids. So December 16th, we play George Washington University in DC. That was scheduled right after we signed Chris Likes. Chris Likes is from Gonzaga High School in Washington, DC, and we wanted to give Chris a chance to play in front of his family, friends. So we played George Washington last year at home, knowing that we'd be returning the game and Chris would be a freshman in the program. We did that a few years ago with Jaquan Newton. We played LaSalle in the Palestra. So he got a chance to go home. This year we'll be playing Boston College in Boston. So Bruce Brown gets a chance to go home. So that's kind of just been a part of our scheduling philosophy for a long time.
Was there any thought to starting Lonnie tonight, and what went into the decision to bring him off the bench?
Yes, we did discuss it, but there were multiple reasons why we felt it was best to just keep him in the role of coming in off the bench. First of all, in the first 3 games he'd been coming in off the bench. I think he's comfortable with doing that right now. Second, he sprained his ankle on Saturday, and so, no, it wasn't Saturday. Thursday. He sprained his ankle on Thursday. We gave him Friday off. He did minimum amount on Saturday, Sunday off. So we felt it was better just to let him come in off the bench.
Jim, as Lonnie matures and gets more accustomed to the college game, are there any small things that you think he still has to get over, and any specific individual humps he has to
Well, I think all freshmen have areas of their game they have to improve in. I think for him, there are a couple of things that I think could elevate his game beyond belief. And that is, he's so fast, so quick laterally. He's got long arms, quick hands, and tremendous elevation. He could become just a lockdown defender and just shut people down. And he could guard point guards up to 4 men. I think he probably would have been the best matchup we have for a guy like B.J. Johnson. But as I said, been out for 3 months, then he comes back as a sprained ankle and doesn't get a chance to really work on that part of his game. And then offensively, we've got to learn a little bit more about how to get him open and get him some more looks, because he's a very fine shooter.
Anything else?
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.